Kia ora koutou. I am the Casual Kiwi. And apologies in advance if I seem a little bit out of it. It's been a tough couple of weeks. But it's good to be back, and today we have an opening. I think, yes. It's going to be Legendary Duelist, Immortal Destiny. This might be the last opening we do on this channel, but even if so, we're going to make it a good one, okay? So, I'm going to crack open this box. Here we go, okay. Done. Plastic. 1 second. Okay, here we go. We have got 36 packs per box, and we are going to go through all of them in this video. Okay, broke. That's okay. We're doing good. Okay, a few things we could pull in here that's really good. We've got all the evil heroes, we've got predator plant stuff, we've got gimmick puppet stuff, and I guess we'll just see what we can get, really. I can do this. Okay. First pack. I might have some difficulty, so bear with me, guys. Okay, so for our first pack, where are we? Okay. For our first pack, we have Miracle of the Sun, Evil Hero Malicious Edge, Moon Dragon Quilla, Zoma the Spirit, go into Paleos maybe, our Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. I've got the alternative art of this, but it'll be really good to have this version as well, even though I know they're doing some reprints of it. Okay, that's the first pack. Gonna keep moving on. I got this. Okay. So next pack, we have Dark Fusion, Doom Caliber Knight. This is another Zoma the Spirit. Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy. This card I was really looking forward to. It's very expensive where I am in New Zealand. I'm not sure about elsewhere, but it's only had one printing, and so it's really good to see this in a common. Supreme King's Castle. This is going to be good for Tindangle OTK. The key thing with it, if I can read it, is that you can fusion summon fusion monsters that must be spell summoned with Dark Fusion with effects other than Dark Fusion. So you can use Super Poly, for example, to make evil heroes. And during damage calculation, if your Fiend monster battles an opponent's monster, you can send one evil hero monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. Your monster gains attack equal to the level of the monster sent to the graveyard times 200. Okay, so you could play this in any Fiend deck, honestly, as long as you can put an evil hero in. The highest is level 8 in your extra deck. Really useful if you're going for OTK strategies. Something I've been looking into. I'm glad to have copies of that. Okay, next pack. Gimmick Puppet of Strings, Gimmick Puppet Destroy, Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty, Earthbound Immortal, one of the Earthbound Immortals. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but I'm actually excited to finally get my hands on some Earthbounds. Always interested in the deck. And Supay Duskwalker. Again, a good one with the Sun and Moon Dragons synchros. They've come out with this, and also for the Earthbound Immortal strategies. So if you're building Earthbounds, that's really good. What else have we got here? Okay, next pack. Okay. Predator Plant, Dragostapalia, Direbound Colonel. Oh, sorry guys. Direbound Colonel. Very classic anime card. Not very good in modern play, but it's an iconic card. Hope they retrain it someday. Dark Necrofear, which did get a retrain. So good to see that in there. Another Gimmick Puppet of Streams. And another Supreme King Castle. Awesome. There's a lot of packs in here. I'm getting through. Okay. Getting the hang of this. It's been a while since I've last done an opening. I'll have a think about it. Earthbound Immortal Revival. Call of the Earthbound. Another Dragostapelia. Supe. And Dark Sanctuary. Always like this card. You could play it in Destiny board, but also a few other strategies could be useful as. Can be quite dangerous against any deck that relies on big monster OTK. Can cause them to inflict a lot of damage on themselves if they lose the coin toss. Again, sorry about the lighting, guys. There's not a lot here. There's not any electricity, but you can look up these cards. I've well and truly recommend it if you're keen on getting this set. Earthbound Immortal, another Earthbound Immortal. Puppet Parade. Evil Hero Malicious Fiend. Actually quite underrated, I reckon. Predator Planning. Amazing artwork on Predator Planning. Amazing artwork. Predator Plant. Another new Predator Plant. Very hard to pronounce these things. A little bit tricky at the moment. But yeah, there's one of the new ones. Very good for anyone who's a Predator Plant fan. Lair of Darkness Predator Plants is something I haven't made yet. Might look into in the future. I've always found it a little bit touch and go, a little bit too inconsistent. Darn it. But to each their own. Okay, next pack. Dark Fusion. I think I've got a play set of those now. Sun Dragon Inti. Junk Puppets. Predator Plant. Another Predator Plant. Perform Puppet. Not going side by side, I'm just diving in. Yeah, no, I thought worth trying openings, but you know, goddamn, I don't regret it. I don't regret trying openings. You guys are appreciating my content, and you will have enjoyed this. I'm sorry I missed the subscriber special, but it was worth it. Earthbound Immortals. Evil Hero Sinister Necrofear. Can get that in the light. Very nice card. Next pack. Come on. Dark Calling. Not quite as good as Dark Fusion, but can be useful as a one-off. Gimmick Puppet of Strings. Another Moon Dragon. Predaplast. Ultimate Earthbound Immortal. Definitely more in the DM timeline, but I do appreciate 5Ds, especially the Dark Signer arc. Earthbound Immortal Revival. Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty. Predapotics. Another Predator Plant. And another Predator Plant Starving Venom. Again, I have the alt art of this, but nice to have those. I believe they're getting a reprint soon, but other than this, but I haven't really had a chance to confirm any of that online. Next one. Come on, light. Okay. Fire Ant Ascator. Call of the Earthbound. Roar of the Earthbound Immortal. Predator Planning. Sentence of Doom. Very good consistency card for Destiny board. Some very good Destiny board cards in this, I believe. I didn't have a chance to look at the full spoilers. Okay. Doom Caliber Knight. Evil Hero Malicious Fiend. Supe. Predator Planning. And Earthbound Geoglyph. It's a nice looking card. Okay, let's see what else we can get. Next pack. Okay. Earthbound Immortal. Puppet Parade. Oracle of the Sun. Gimmick Puppet Magnet Doll. And another Ultimate Earthbound Immortal. Really hope that card's good. Okay. Are you paying attention? You seeing this? Diebound Colonel. Zoma the Spirit. Evil Hero Infernal Gainer. Predaplast. And Predator Prime Fusion. I hear this is very good in Predaplants. It'll be interesting to see if it gets used anywhere else. Okay. Sometimes we sell ourselves short, you know. Moon Dragon Quillet. Junk Puppet. Dark Calling. Another Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. It's got the play set of that art. Okay, Ascator Dawnwalker. Again, those go with the Earthbound Immortals. Another Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy. Hopefully I get the set. Another Earthbound Immortal. Roar. Predaponics, Starving Venom Fusion. Was excited for Starving Venom Fusion. Perhaps celebrated early. Fire Ant Ascator. Gimmick Puppet Destroy. Dark Calling. Zoma. Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby. Okay. Next opening. Come on. Evil Hero Malicious Edge. Another Predaplant. Fire Ant Ascator. Evil Hero Infernal Gainer. And Supreme King's Castle. See what I mean? They tend to come in sets. They line up together. Okay, that's the thing. They line up. They come in sets. Predaplant. Dark Fusion. Definitely got a play set now. Predaponics. Moon Dragon. And Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby. Okay. We're getting through these. I know it can be tough on a budget. And that's why people like these openings. They think, well, if I can't afford the singles and I go out and buy this pack, maybe I get something of value. I know we're not Earthbound Immortal, Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy, there we go. I know we're not a pack opening channel. And I know that we're not really a budget channel either. Not all the time. But I know a lot of people who watch these are budget players, and they appreciate seeing this sort of thing. Seeing openings, seeing that they take a risk on something, it might pay off. It is not always a waste of time. Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty, Call of the Earthbound. There's that shot. Call of the Earthbound. Gimmick Puppet Dreary Doll. Gimmick Puppet of Strings. Starving Venom. Okay. Next pack, Humpty Dumpty, Call of the Earthbound, Sun Dragon NT, Perform Puppet, or Dark Spirit of Malice. Hang on, let's get a look at this one. We're back. Dark Spirit of Malice. Could be very good in Dark World decks, actually. Definitely not to be underestimated. Okay, next pack. There's not enough room, Silent. Okay. Ooh. Okay, lost a pack. Find that later. Next opening. Come on. Lost this pack too. Shit. I've got to keep going. And I will keep going. Because this won't be the end. Evil Hero Malicious Fiend. Gimmick Puppet Magnet Doll. Doom Caliber Knight. Predator Prime Fusion. And Dark Spirit Mastery. This card can search Lava Golem or any other level 8 Fiend monster. You can also draw cards by shuffling Destiny board pieces into the deck. It is one of the best pulls of the set. Very glad I got it. And I'm going to find a way to use it. I'm going to find a way to make this work. Okay. Next pack. Predator Plant Hydra. Gimmick Puppet of Strings. Sun Dragon NT. Earthbound Immortal Revival. Another Earthbound Immortal. Honestly, the blue one's probably my favourite. So it's good we've been getting a lot. One of the few defeats Yusei ever got. Evil Hero Malicious Edge. Gimmick Puppet Magnet Doll. Direbound Colonel. Evil Mind. It's a very good one to get. Kind of like Upstart. Depends on the number of monsters in your opponent's graveyard. They do have to have a Fiend on board. That is an important restriction. Gimmick Puppet Dreary Doll. Can you see? I'm struggling to see, but I'm hanging in there, guys. Predator Plant, Supe, Gimmick Puppet, Malicious Edge, Supreme King's Castle. Next pack. I've got a few more to go. Are you still with me? Predator Plant, Fusion, Moondragon, Evil Hero Malicious Edge, another Evil Mind, Sentence of Doom. Actually get a playset of Evil Mind if that's possible. Is it possible? I think we give up too easily. Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty, Dark Necrophere, Fire Ant Ascator, Diabound Curdle, Predator Plant Fusion. Last pack of one side of the box. Only a couple more on the other side. Earthbound Immortal. Can you see? Earthbound Immortal. Junk Puppet. Gimmick Puppet. Another Dark Fusion. A Dark Sanctuary. How many weeks has it been? You tell me down in the comments, how many weeks has it been? Puppet Parade. Ooh. Puppet Parade. Dark Calling. Infernal Gainer. Predator Plant Prime Fusion. Earthbound. What's it say? What's it say? Earthbound Greater Line Walker. Come on. Earthbound Greater Line Walker. Reference to Goodwin in the anime, wielding both the power of the Signers and of the Earthbound Immortals. Well worth. Definitely the best arc of 5Ds. Though Bakura is more kind of my interest. And the evil heroes. Sun Dragon, Supe, another Predator Plant Fusion, Dark Necrophere, and Predator Planning. Okay. Last 2 packs. You know, despite how things look sometimes, you know, the evil heroes were still heroes. Don't forget that. Dark Fusion, Gimmick Puppet Destroy, Evil Hero, Malicious Edge. You know, we judge people. It's a mistake. Perform Puppet, Gimmick Puppet, Gigantes Doll. I think that's one of the new ones. Really like the artwork on that. I have a friend who's really into it. Okay, last pack. Will this be the last opening for Team Casual? Do let us know down in the comments. Junk Puppet, Earthbound Immortal, Doom Caliber Knight. I don't have any regrets. Predator Plant Dreary Doll. And finally, Dark Sanctuary. That's it for the opening, guys. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Ngā mihi for now, and good night.